Hey, welcome back to the CISSP Success Toolkit. We are going to review today the CISSP Twister of the Day number 146. If you are new to this particular channel, watching it for the first time, my name is Manoj Sharma and I am here as a CISSP instructor. My work is to make the super complex topics of the CISSP and break them down into very simple consumable format, and at the same time make sure you get the concepts right for your CISSP exam. With that said, today's topic is RBAC and separation of duties. Now, these may look like two different concepts, but we are trying to intermingle them and trying to validate your understanding. Are you ready for it? So let's see this particular question. Pause this particular video, take whatever time you want and answer this particular question in the comment below, and I am then going to explain you the same. I hope you have identified your answer. If not, again you can pause the video, go to the comment section and put in your answer. With that said, let me talk through this particular question. This question says, role-based access control violates the principle of separation of duties by allowing individual to be assigned multiple roles with different access privileges. Now here, before you are able to answer this particular question, we need to first understand what is RBAC, what is the separation of duties, how they are interconnected, and what is the relation between them. If you get there, definitely you can answer this particular question. So first we will try to understand what is role-based access control. Let's say you have a company today and this is growing in size, you get more and more employees. Managing the identities through different process, right, is going to be difficult, and that is where mostly it is more likely that you will also come down to the same principle that is called as role-based access control. That is the reason why in industry almost everyone follows role-based access control. But what is role-based access control basically? So what happens is, let's say you decided to implement role-based access control in your company. What are you going to do? So first you are going to define what are those different roles in your organization. You have to define what all activities are associated with these particular role. Number two, you also need to list down, okay, what are the different departments we have and what are the kind of privileges they need. Accordingly, you are going to create certain groups. Instead of just users, first you are going to create groups, and then you are going to assign certain privileges not to the user but to these particular groups. Once you do that with a very thoughtful mindset, once you do that, then it is a very simple task for you to add more people to those particular group. If you need to give access, you can remove the particular user from a particular group to remove the access as well. Now it is very important to understand that sometimes a particular user may be part of multiple groups. That means it is much more granular, right? You can think like this, right? A person having access to this, having access to this, having access to this. That means based on different groups. That is great actually, isn't it? That's a great thing. And because this is also very popular, because it is very easy to manage. It is very easy to manage. It is easy for you to enforce policy on a particular group, to remove a particular privilege from a particular group, add a privilege to a particular group. So that way it is very popular. The next concept here is separation of duties, and separation of duties principle says that if there is a critical process where there are more chances of fraud, break it down into multiple parts and assign these individual different part of the same process to different individuals or different teams or maybe different organizations, right? This makes sure that the chances of fraud are very less. Now what is the relation between RBAC and separation of duties? I would say it's a very healthy relationship between the two. RBAC completely supports separation of duties, because if you need to give a manager access to certain things, you don't want that analysts should have access to the same thing, you can put them into different groups, right? there is no problem at all. So it is completely supporting the separation of duties, and that is why it is so popular. Based on that understanding, let's see this question one final time and we will answer this. Role-based access control violates the principle of separation of duties by allowing individuals to be assigned multiple roles with different access privileges. Not at all. This is completely a false statement, because RBAC and separation of duties always goes hand to hand. With that said, guys, I hope you are enjoying this entire series. You got something new to learn today, and with that, I wish you all the best to keep preparing for CISSP and get your goal done. If you are somebody who is looking for complete end-to-end training and getting to clear your CISSP within 100 days, consider subscribing to CISSP Success Toolkit, right? This one. So that's what. And do not forget to subscribe to this particular channel, share it, like it with your friends and family. With that, sir, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.